Rangers start Mika Zibanejad with Gabe Perreault and Alexis Lafreniere. Austin Matthews wins the faceoff. McCabe moves the puck into the Rangers zone. Gavrikov swings it back. Now it's Nylander out in front. Score. Michelli 13 seconds in.
Can't quite corral it. Patiently with the puck is Nylander. He finds Michelli in the back.
Puck sent around by Myers for Benoit. Hit by Cuylle. Kept in the zone. Cartier shot deflected by Cuylle. And roster management situation. And JT Miller on injured reserve. Here's Matthew Nyes. Looks to split through. Shesterkin able to knock the puck. A hit by Cuylle on Iorio. Puck now carried out by Will Cuylle into the Maple Leaf zone. Pass was blocked off by Stetcher. Out it comes to Schneider. A shot. Score! Braden Schneider with a bullet from the right point.
Zone is going to finish it by getting to the net. Now Braden Schneider's back on his right side also. So Cuylle comes rumbling up the ice, gets deep enough into the offensive zone. The Leafs collapse. That allows Schneider some space to get the puck through, and that's what he does. And a nice little tip over the glove of the 6'4" Joseph Woll. And the Rangers have tied this puppy up.
3-2 Leafs, each team with a goal. Bouncing puck kept alive by Sherry. Cartier throws it through the crease. Now Schneider with a drive, and that's held by Woll.
Scored the goal. Good thing it wasn't a commemorative puck for a first point or something, because they had no idea where the puck was.
Wow.
Great detective work, John.
Nice work, John. I was wondering where you were going with all that. That's great stuff, John.
Shot off the post, and then a save by Shesterkin. I thought maybe the puck hit one of the cameras in the net.
Yeah.
But John coming up with the answer, as he usually does. Matthews was tied up, unable to get the shot through. Here's Cuylle into the left of Joseph Woll.
Igor Shesterkin making a heck of a save at that puck. Came off the post to keep this thing tied at 1.
Now here's Michelli, who has the Toronto goal. Morgan Riley. Riley shoots, and that's stopped by Shesterkin. Good positioning by Zibanejad on Matthews. And now it's Carlo for the Leafs. Nylander. Pass Michelli. Puck played by Perreault. Good aim from Stetcher if he put it through one of those small holes. Here's Lafreniere out in front. Perreault stopped by Woll. And then the puck cleared by Riley.
Without it, you eliminate a chance for Schneider on a kind of a bad pass from Sherry.
Shot by Benoit, glove by Shesterkin. 35 seconds remaining on the penalty to Parson, and here's Michelli. Now Cowan. Cowan back out for McCabe. Line, shoots, saves Shesterkin.
You know, you talk about a lot of the contending teams. They are larger than smaller on the blue line. Well,
shot by Carlo, handled by Shesterkin.
About Tom Rennies, when asked what's the most frustrating thing, is the inconsistency. Now, the Rangers were better in that first period than the recent first periods, but we're outshot 10-4. The good news is they've shown a penchant to be better as the game goes on. The bad news is they've had to, right? So who are they now in this middle 20?
Michelli, who opened the scoring 13 seconds in.
And Toronto's top offensive players are on the ice.
Now Radish for Iorio. And a save by Woll. Look at the Chevy time on ice. Long shift for the Leafs here in the second period. The long change. Saved by Woll on Gavrikov, and then he stopped Lafreniere as well. Rangers win the draw. Puck sent out of the zone by Borgen. Some of these Rangers, Dave, have been on the ice for quite some time. Shot by Cowan. He scores. Cowan beats Shesterkin. Maple Leafs now lead 2-1.
50-plus seconds on everyone in the ship. Now, who knows whether you've got enough gas in the tank to get in the right position to defend. Ends up in the back of the net. Riley, the blue line. Toronto penetrates the offensive zone. The puck goes off the bottom of their club, and it is if they could keep them both healthy.
Here's Radishin with a shot. Score! Gavrikov puts home the rebound. Power play goal. Rangers have tied it at 2.
Pretty simple stuff. You come off the wing and throw it to the net hard. Gavrikov continues to impress. Just his offensive positioning and instincts to find available pucks.
Head to the Ranger bench.
Yeah, he took that shot off the ankle.
Cross ice pass, Joshua, and a save by Shesterkin on Robertson.
Out our between period guest Vlad Gavrikov, and he said, we didn't bring him here for offense. We didn't really see it based on what had happened in LA, but it's a byproduct of his overall play.
Including the overtime winner. Here's Brodzinski with Cuylle. Brodzinski across. Cuylle stopped by Woll.
Stage a good 2-on-1 here. Nice little feather pass from Brodzinski. But watch Tavares just right at release. Tavares gets his stick onto the stick of Cuylle. Cuylle right there. Stick drops down.
Lafreniere tied up by McCabe. Lafreniere keeps it alive for Fox. Now Zibanejad. Here's Gavrikov. Hit off the stick of Fox. Knocked down by Zibanejad. Shoots. He scores! Persistent shift by the Rangers.
Right off the draw and just continued to track the puck down. Adam Fox did 2 wonderful plays along the boards to keep the puck alive on the rim arounds. Zibanejad will eventually get it and out of the air. This is a really good look right here. Look at the stick, the eyes of Alexis Lafreniere up to down. 3-2 Rangers. It's almost like Adam Fox handling the puck. Hold on to it and let the traffic run by him. Igor Shesterkin.
Under 10 minutes remaining. Here comes Amelosh. Amelosh to the net. He scores his first National Hockey League goal.
Rangers, he jumps on it, does Amelosh, in he goes, uses his length and his size to create space. And upstairs over the butterfly netminder. Welcome to the NHL as a goal scorer. Amelosh gives the Rangers a 4-2 lead.
In his first game with the Rangers, dropped the gloves with Travis Hamonic in Detroit.
Right.
Brian Boyle was working that game with us. Here's Lafreniere. Zibanejad. He scores!
Lafreniere starts it through the middle of the ice. Zibanejad finds the late trailing Adam Fox. We're not done yet, folks. Lafreniere finds Zibanejad, and it's almost like, okay, I put that one in. And the Rangers have a 5-2 lead, but really wonderful puck movement. The goaltender, Wall, had no chance. And the Rangers enjoying some fun here at a place where it hasn't been an awful lot of fun. On the top of the circles, maybe. Cesar Maniago was the goalie. Oh, my God.
There's Knives to the net. Saved by Shesterkin.
Well, he hasn't been called upon a lot, but he makes a wonderful left extended pad save as Knives barrels down the right side. Braden Schneider does a pretty good job of kind of staying with him long enough, but at the end of the day, it's the pad of Igor Shesterkin.
3 minutes to go, third period. Nice move by Tavares, and then a shot stopped by Shesterkin. Rebound. Leafs looking for a penalty. Puck played by Cuylle. Shoots for the empty net. He scores! Will Cuylle with his second of the night.
And it ends up on the stick of Will Cuylle. Cuylle opened the scoring for the Rangers. And
under 2 to play. Here's Cartier with Sherry. Sherry moves in with a shot off the post.
Again, Toronto playing without 3 of their regular players. 4 really made a trade today. Sent one of them out to Colorado. So the The Rangers get themselves